Hello there. Can I help you? Indeed, this is a retro game store, but not the kind of retro game store that I think that you would be interested in, so perhaps you should about turn and then make your way to the exit there. Okay, thank you, goodbye. Can't you see you are trying my patience? Do I wish to stand here and serve you? Do you know what a game store is? A game store, you come in here and you can be seen but not heard. And you're most definitely making yourself heard at this current moment in time. And at the moment, I do not wish to hear you. We have different etiquette rules here. It's, of course, widely known in the gaming community that you don't have the normal social rules between the customer and the person who's working there, okay? Especially the manager, purely because we're gamers, and that means we have no manners whatsoever. Well, selectively, of course, but for people like yourself, then we don't really need to waste our time too much, do we? Well, I'm trying to keep de-stressed and relaxed at the moment, so if you don't mind going to another game store, thank you. Indeed, that is correct. There is no other game store here. This is the only retro game store in this area. And I noticed that you are a gamer, though you don't look like you're a good gamer. Well, there's just subtle signs like the lost cause tone in your voice, the sort of nervous pitch, and the worried look you have, which you probably express yourself in all your games, no doubt. You're an Xbox player. You do realise we specialise in PlayStation here, and you don't know the rift between the two in the community. Oh, you do? Well, there isn't one, so do you profess yourself to know more than me about games? No. Okay, well, be gone with you, and let me enjoy my evening. Thank you. I did notice those games there. Yes, I did. Oh, forgive me. Oh, I thought you was coming to do a return, a refund. You want to do a trade-in? Oh gosh. We're cross wires, mixed wires, entangled wires. I don't know what that was. That was just a little bit of a test that I'd like to perform with random customers, and at the end I'd like to give them with a treat for having to go through the performance test to find out how customers react to certain ways that can be given to them when they walk into this store. So yeah, just ignore all of that. None of that happened for you. And you've got some games that you wish to trade in. Yeah. Well, not only do we specialise in games, and of course we have the late night game store tournaments here. The Farquhar tournaments are very renowned and highly well sought after. We also specialise in, of course, PlayStation 5, Xbox, Nintendo, everything that you need for all of your gaming enjoyment. But the thing we specialise in the most is retro games. I'm talking Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Black and White, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, you know, that sort of gameplay. Yeah, the best, the most enjoyment. Yeah, when games were truly in the golden age. Yeah. And I noticed that you brought some games with you. So, you wish to find out about the trade-in price? Of course, I can do that for you. Not a problem whatsoever. don't be shy, my friend. Come in. Please do bring your games to the table here. Let's see what you've got. See if there's any worth in these games. They're retro as well. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did just say about retro games. They've just popped them there for me. Thank you so much. Well, yes, we seem to certainly have a collection here. Right. Well, there are a couple of things. I don't know if you've done game trade-ins before. Do you know much about that? Good. The less you know, the better. Basically, once you hand in a game, there are many things to look at. And I'm not just talking about the game itself. Of course, that holds great value. And depending on the game, of course. But when you open up the game, there are different factors. There are a lot of gamers who are almost collectors, and they collect these games. So other things come into factor, such as the condition of the case that it's in, for example. Has it got the booklet inside? You know, are there any scratches on the disc or anything like that? Is it in pristine condition? Has it been well looked after? Therefore, it can be traded in. A generous price can be given for it. You will be happy. We'll be happy, and we'll be able to help you trade in or exchange something, or just take the money for yourself. You know, anything. All of those factors come into play when it comes to, of course, trading in your games. And I always say, you know, tell all your friends this as well, because they'll obviously want to come in the game store and do the same. But if you have games that you are sitting there, you've completed them, maybe they're one player, you know it inside and out, and you want to trade it in, get some money to put towards a new game for you to have all new enjoyment and brilliant experience, and you know that maybe you're not going to play that original retro game again, then that's the time to trade it in. That's the time to come and see someone like me who specializes in this sort of thing, and make sure that I can make you happy. You know, that's what I specialize in as a gamer. You know, we specialize in making all of our customers happy at the game stores, you know. Of course, yeah, that's exactly what we want to do for you. Yeah, do a generous trade. Excellent, you're on the ballpark. So we're gonna take a quick look at the games you've got here that you bought in, and let's see what we can do here for you. Okay, does that sound good? Sounds exactly what you want. Excellent. Well, let us take a look at what you bought for us then. If you allow me, I'll just place my gloves on here, because one of the things we believe in here is sort of fair trade, and anything that could be on my hands, which there wouldn't be anyway, but just in case, I wouldn't want it to affect the value of what you bought in for me, because this looks incredibly precious, yeah. Okay, so we'll take a look at your retro games here then, and see if we can get a good price for you. Excellent. Okay, let's place these here. The first game that you have here, The Simpsons, Road Rage, and this was a fantastic retro game for PlayStation 2. Of course, it is retro now. It's sort of that age where we used to love those games and play all those games back then religiously, and there was just an abundance, gold mine of games like this. A thoroughly enjoyable game, and I'm sure you had a lot of fun playing with it, but you did the right thing to bring it in here for me. Now let's take a look inside and see what sort of condition this is in. Okay. Right, so I'm going to open up, have a look at the disc. Yeah, well, of course, one of the most important things, I suspected this of you to have sort of fingerprint marks, to not be able to handle the disc correctly, and the light scuffs and scratches there. Yeah, even the old well-used games such as this, yeah, mine would be in pristine, but for noobs such as yourself, scratches, scuffs are susceptible or commonplace for people such as yourself. The booklet as well, I noticed that you have cheekily managed to purchase a booklet to place in there, and it says it's pre-owned. Yeah, so that, I assume that you thought if you added that in here, then you'd be able to get more bang for your buck. Yeah, no. So unfortunately, it has to be the original, and plus any sticker on there, and you've written on there as well, is almost tarnished as well. So even though from a gaming perspective and playability, you've got all the things in there which you'll need for this retro gaming experience. However, I'm afraid that sort of devalues it a little bit and could be a little bit of an issue. So what sort of price were you thinking for this trade-in? Retro game, of course, yeah. About £25. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just a little bit optimistic for you, and being a specialist gaming store, then I wouldn't want to see you ripped off in any way, shape or form. And I believe that, I think realistically, I could probably, for this condition for which it is in, I can offer you £1 for this particular game here. Let me just look it up on the system here. No, don't worry, my screen's on. I'm looking at that screen, not that blank one there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the moment we've got loads of those, and you won't be able to trade that in and make any more for this retro game, even though how good it is. There just isn't a market outside of it, this area, I'm afraid. And £1, I mean, you could put it towards another game. Would you like to accept that offer? Yeah, that's very wise. Well done. So we'll just place that over here. Something which I've noticed with these games that you brought in as well is this sticky case dilemma which you have here, and this is a great issue because it tells me that you've bought this with stickers on, you've taken them off, and you haven't kept the original stickers on there, which is a great shame. But now we're going to look at a really, really great retro game. And of course it is retro, it's sort of that age again where it becomes that, but this was a really enjoyable game on PlayStation, and you can't almost put a price on something like this. I could see you getting quite excited there, yeah, and of course you would do with, you know, a statement like that, and a retro game store like this would be a perfect place for this to be, of course, traded in. And the case actually looks pretty good, and bear in mind its age. This still has been reasonably well looked after. The condition's good, it's good. And if we take a nice examination there, I think it's, yeah, it's looking about there. So we just open that up. Oh, do you know how much this game would have been worth? Yeah, £40. Yeah, unfortunately there appears to be writing on the case there, and it was just devalued immensely because of that. I don't know why you would have done that, but let's take a look at the condition of the disc. And pristine disc, which of course is exceptionally important. That is exactly what you want for your disc. So we'll just place that gently back in there. That's why I wear gloves. If we take the booklet out there, it does appear to be original. However, writing on it is a bit of an issue there. However, all the pages perfectly intact. Everything is looking good. Quick shots. Yeah. So yeah, one would think this is probably worth quite a lot. Of course, one would think that. How much of an experienced gamer are you? Have you been gaming long? Of course, yeah, when you got these games, but did you continue it? Did you know much about the market? No. Well, this was probably worth about £1 as well. It's quite a lot for a game like this, you know. And I urge you to take it because you could put it towards an even better game. Yeah, something that's way better. So, excellent. Yeah, we'll add that one to the list. Well, this does appear to be, yeah, I'm not quite sure what to make of this, but sticky sticker marks all over the case here. It's not particularly conducive for trading in, really. The fact that you've kept probably still some of your home actually attached to this game. It kind of makes me feel a little bit sick, to be honest. But the back appears to be, yeah, it doesn't suffer from that problem, but on the front, yeah, not great. But Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, The Legend of Jack Sparrow, Platinum PlayStation 2 game. Of course, this has great potential, and it doesn't appear to be pre-owned there either, which is really good. So open that up, that's looking good to me. I mean, the case looks a bit dirty to the untrained eye. That probably looks fine to you, but for me, no. I could see the dirt in the area. It needs to go to the cleaning store next door, and him to have a good look at all these game cases, because really that's not acceptable. I mean, the dust that has been picked up on this is just, yeah, it's like tiny pieces in there. That's not great. So let's take a look at the disc here, see what sort of condition it's in. I would say good, going by this case. Yeah. And you think that's playable, do you? Yeah, a disc like that with all those scratches on there. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're prominent enough for you to turn your nose up in disgust, in slight disgust. So, yeah, I'm afraid the price for a £50 game, which this would be worth, has drastically gone down to £1 because of just the condition of the disc, and you won't find a price anywhere else better than that. Yeah, I'll add that to the list here for you. That stickiness is, sorry, it's quite disgusting. Right, so we've got another theme here, another sort of under the radar but perfectly classic, amazing PlayStation 2 game. This truly is quite a masterpiece if you love, you know, the franchise and of course the fast, spotty, wizarding action. And this is what you would expect for a PlayStation 2 game. This sort of condition, yeah, it's okay condition. You know, it's used, but it's not been completely abused like that previous one. So inside here, it looks sort of promising. So we've got a good sort of condition booklet there, sort of barely used or taken out, or looked after, or sort of ruined at all. And then the disc here, you know, it's got dust on there. Let's just take that out. Have a quick look. I'll let you decide that for me. I mean, what would one think of that? You know, the scuffs, and you couldn't even be bothered to wipe away the fingerprints. See, that's where I wear the gloves. And even the scraping there. Did you throw this across the ground? Did you even put it in the console? Or did you just put it in the oven or something like that? Well, it's just the scratches on here. It's almost like elvish writing. Yeah, I'm afraid you're not presenting yourself to be the great gamer, which I thought you were, with a collection of games like that, and retro games as well. No, this is not very good at all. £1. I'd be able to offer this no more, no less. I think that's very just for the condition of which this is in. Like I said, that money will be well spent to another game. And I can walk you through some amazing games. In fact, that I've got one which I think that would be perfect for you. And that money can go towards that. But £1 for this, I think, is very fair. It probably wouldn't even sell, but I just want to do it because I feel like it's just helping you out a bit. You've gone through the trouble of bringing it here, so let me, yeah, £1 it is then. Yeah, I think that's very wise. Okay. And what we have here, PlayStation 2, Return of the King. Well, this truly is a triumph of a game when the franchise Lord of the Rings was in its heyday, in the height of pure awesomeness and enjoyment, and the games that were being churned out were amazing as well. This is no exception, and it truly is a masterpiece of a PlayStation 2 game. They just don't make them like this anymore. So the game point of view, I think is great value in this game. A lot of value indeed. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what I've got to say next. Yeah, this would be close to £100. Yeah, what I've seen so far of the case, you've got the original sticker on there as well. I mean, it looks great condition to me. It all looks really good, and 10 times better than the bin games that you bought in. So let's open it up. Oh, thank goodness. Still intact, no stickers, all nice and clean in there. Let's take that booklet out, give it a thorough check in there, and we've kept both of them there as well. SSX, brilliant game. You know, Medal of Honor on there, James Bond, Pierce Brosnan, FIFA, it's all there. It's all looking great. Yeah, Rising Sun, that's great. This is truly a nostalgic piece here. Thank you so much for bringing that in. That is really great to see. Okay, and the booklet here, perfectly intact. It's, you know, as you would expect for its age, but really nice condition. And I think you should be very happy with that. That's looking very good to me. So it all lies on the disc now, doesn't it? Let's see what we've got here. Of course, it is you who are talking about here. So you just let me know what you think about all of those marks on there. I mean, how does something so clean and pristine go from that to this? I mean, what happened? Did you throw this across the room? Did your PlayStation throw it out? What did you do? Did you pick it up with forks or something? Oh, it looks like there's lip marks on there as well. Oof, gosh. Okay, so that is a slightly obscure, shall we say. I don't know how you go from this to that. There was just tremendous value in that, and yeah, I'm afraid there might be just a little bit of a decrease in value now because of that disc, because that, of course, is the main thing. And from that near £100 value there, I'm afraid this particular game will probably only fetch about £1.50. But of course, I'd be happy just to offer you £1 once again, just out of the goodness of my own heart. I think that's great value for the condition for what this has come in, and you won't be able to find anything like this game store to trade it in or anything like that. I'd recommend that you do it, but towards the great game that I think you'd be great for. Excellent, excellent. Right. Well, that's a nice collection of games that you bought in there. Okay, so we have the PlayStation 2 Lord of the Rings game, PlayStation 2 Harry Potter Quidditch game, we have the PlayStation 2 Legend of Jack Sparrow game, we have the Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban game, we also have the Simpsons Road Rage game. So it's a broad taste there, but also an epic collection of games. However, of course, all brought down in value, just the condition that it's in. I believe that this £5 here is for you. Take it, of course, but just keep hold of it, because yeah, we might be able to find something there for you. So the transaction's all complete. That's gone through. Yeah, so why don't I go and take you and find this great game for you, which I think would be perfect for you. And oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's closing time. Oh, we're going to have to do this another day. Sorry, the store closed when you walked in. I just kept it open just because I wanted to make sure you got served still. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the tournament tonight. Oh, yeah, it's still on. Oh, but we are closed now. I'm afraid you're going to have to leave. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But do have a relaxing night, and do come back, and we'll get you selected with a game. Okay? Just whenever. Just come back whenever. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hello there. Hello there, hello there, hello there. Yeah, so great to see you. Sorry? You don't look like a gamer to me. Sorry, you didn't just come in here with someone, did you? You've come by yourself. Oh, okay. You like retro games? A PS5? Oh, no, you don't wish to have a PS5 game. No. Those games aren't as fun as what I've just got in store right here, right now, just in stock. Very rare games, which I think you would prefer. As soon as you've got a PlayStation 5, I don't suppose that you have one of the best consoles in the world, a PlayStation 2. You do. And when was the last time you played it? Come on, no. A gamer like yourself, who looks experienced like you'd beat any of us here on any game. You were telling me you don't play on your PlayStation 2 as well. Of course you do. Of course you do. You know, all of the best gamers have all of their consoles on display, so they have access to all of their games all of the time. Wow. So you... Yes, I do have some PlayStation 2 games. Yes, I do. Yes, I might have a couple of things here which might pique your interest. But these are just a one-time only thing. And of course, I mean, it's not guaranteed that you'll be able to get it, because I literally just did put something up on the computer about an hour ago, and I've had about 100 people inquiring about it, and they're on their way for the Farquhar tournament tonight, and these will be gone. I don't know how you've managed to get in here on time, but I do have some games here. They could be of interest to you. If I show you the games, do you have interest in purchasing them? PlayStation 2 games, they are retro, of course. But you know, these sorts of games needs 100% commitment, because, you know, only a true gamer can appreciate this sort of game. So maybe another time for you, okay? I think we'll leave it for one of the more experienced gamers. Yeah, you are experienced. I didn't doubt it. Well, I think I have the games just for you then. Wow. I have these 5 retro PlayStation 2 games, which, funny enough, I think would be the perfect fit for you. You don't happen to like sort of big franchise sort of movies, do you? You do? Well, what are the chances? Wow, well, I've just come into possession of some very rare games which I found here deep within our stores. You know, we have all these storage of games and everything down below as well, where we have all our consoles in the storeroom, etc., etc., and all the tech stuff. And I don't know how, but in a sacred location, there were just these games here. They had been used, but they were for display purposes only at the front of our shop. This was years and years ago, and they literally opened up, collected dust, and been put back in the storeroom. We only just found it, and they're looking to go to a really experienced gamer's loving home. I think that person could be you. Well, like I said, sorry, I've just got more people inquiring about this game. Let me... all these games. Oh, wow, yeah, that's 50 more people. Wow. Yeah, they're all heading this way for the Farquhar tournament tonight. Oh, well, you've got an opportunity now. These are going to go like fire, and for very expensive as well. Yes, I do deals. I might be able to. I mean, you look like a really cool gamer. I might be able to help you out and do some sort of deal for you. Yeah, of course. Well, I'll show you them for you, but I will need some sort of quick answers because I need to let all these people know. So, yeah, I could see your interest in this Simpsons Road Rage, one of the best Simpsons games in existence, and this truly is a spectacular classic. Now, one of the policies here is that if you buy a game from here which has been opened or sort of used or second-hand or something like that, you have the seal of approval. If it's been in the shop, then this game is playable, like it's usable, and the condition which you find it when you get home, you know, we of course have nothing to do with that beyond the walls of this store. Of course, you know, that's with any game store, of course, you know that, of course. But anything that you do buy here, you just know you don't need to even open it up, purely because if I did open it up, there's a risk of me damaging anything inside. You know, we like to keep things absolutely pristine, so this particular game, I might be able to open the case here for you. There we go, so you can expect it. Just, you know, that's what I'd like to be able to do that for you there. So this game here, okay, the Simpsons game, what sort of price? Well, it is a retro game. It would be £100, but I mean, well, someone's just offered me £150 for it. No, don't look at the screen. Sorry, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want you to strain your eyes. You would offer £100? Oh, look, you're here right now. I'd love to do that deal for you. Please, look, I'm going to mark that as sold. Yeah, let's just quickly get this wrapped up here for you. Would you like a gift wrapped? Excellent. We use this method of wrapping purely because it preserves the game, because something with this sort of value, it needs to be very well looked after. So I hope that's okay. I'll just place that there for you. Wow. Well, I hope you enjoy your purchase, and yeah, how lucky you were able to be here. I've just got to let all these people know about the other games. Well, yeah, technically they are still available right now. Well, it's because they're such rare pieces. Look, how about that I just show you all the games now, okay? And then you just let me know straight away. You would, once open them up, you'll see the condition of everything, you know, the booklet inside, the disc from the outside. Of course, it's always the outside, you know, the front cover of the disc that you want to look at to determine if it's been well looked after. A clean disc, of course, is what you want. Like I said, these have come from our storage room, so, you know, obviously they're going to be great purchases and very lucky, because whatever you get here is going to hold a load of value. I really should just keep them here and not sell them, but we love gamers, and a gamer like you would love to know that they're all going to a great home, you know. Yeah, well, let me show you. So we've got Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, PlayStation 2. This is another fantastic game. Let me just open that up for you. See, we have the original booklet there with, of course, nothing on there whatsoever. Okay, a nice clean case, and the disc here looking really spectacular. Well, this one is going for £100 or so. Yeah, well, it's held its value throughout the years, and you just can't buy this anywhere. Yeah, well, it's, I mean, offers again 140, 160. Wow. Look, I said that I'd like to, look, I'll do it for £100 for you. Okay, let's put that there for you. And sticking with the theme, we have the Quidditch PlayStation 2 retro game, of course, retro game. Let me just open that up there for you. And what we have here again, a perfectly preserved booklet and a really nice game there as well. It looks fantastic and amazing. And this is one of the fun games, you know, ones that you don't forget and hold a lot of nostalgia. I think it would be really great if you just check the offers which I've had here. £200. My goodness. Look, you're here. You know, I really appreciate all my customers which come in the store. So, look, how about that? Another 100. Yeah, okay, let's get that gift wrapped there for you. I know we're fast approaching the Farquhar gaming tournament. And we're going to be in basically going shortly, so let me just wrap these up for you. Would it be okay for both the Harry Potter games in here together? Because they are kind of a joint piece. Excellent. Gently place it over there. That's just another spectacular purchase that you've made there. What? I'm so happy that you came in at the right time. Literally, I don't know how you timed it, but it's just so perfect, honestly. So yeah, I do have 2 more games here. I have the Lord of the Rings game, which this holds a lot of value. Yeah, well, what sort of price do you think? Yeah, well, £200 is really kind of the rate that it's going for at the moment. Everyone's asking about this right now. We have a lot of Lord of the Rings fans here. Yeah, and you just can't buy this game literally anywhere. But it's not just about the gaming, it's about the collecting. And to have this even on display on your shelf, just imagine how good that would look. I mean, that would look so good. I'm almost tempted to keep it here. £100. Great, of course I could do that for you. No, honestly, you don't need to thank me. Honestly, it's fine. Spectacular. And finally, this is about the same sort of era, just a little bit before. But this game for PlayStation 2 holds great value, great enjoyment. It's retro, you know, it's perfect for experienced gamers. To have this even sitting on the shelf just speaks volumes about how awesome you are and how amazing you are. And the value of this at the moment, lots of people have been asking for Pirates games specifically, and to have this game in your collection, I mean, wow, just how amazing. I mean, I've got one myself. Yeah, I would love for you to take it as well. Look, you know, it's saying about £150. I'll do it 100 for you, okay? Just because you've got all the others, and I want you to have all the full set. Look, I'll tell everyone right now. Yeah, literally, I've just told everyone right now. Yeah, those games are all sold. Yeah, right. So yeah, well, no, of course, it's the very least I can do for you, honestly. reserved for you. So let me just get those games there for you. Okay, so we have your retro games here, which look absolutely amazing all wrapped up like this. You know you've got something really special when your games are wrapped up like a sandwich, and you know that wherever this is going to be displayed, how are you going to play it, how many times you're going to play it, you know, just to be in possession of these. What an absolute treasure that you've landed today. Honestly, I'm so envious. I wish that I can get those sort of experiences when I walk into stores. Honestly, I'm so happy that you came in here on time. Yeah, you look like you're just an amazing gamer and you deserve these games. Yeah. So that would be about £600. Yeah, 200 full order. £500 then. Yeah, sorry, 500. Yeah, of course. No. Yeah, of course you can just swipe it there. Excellent. That's so great. Are you sticking around for the Farquhar tournament later? You're thinking about it. Might I suggest, with all these gamers around here, if they know that you've got or what's in these games, you know, just because of the amount of people here, security is of the utmost importance, but you just don't know if someone might mistake this for a sandwich or something like that, or put it in the bin. You just wouldn't want to take that risk. And I think you'd probably want to go home, bring out the PlayStation 2 and just have one of the best gaming nights ever. Yeah, really just go back in time and have a wonderful gaming experience. Yeah, well, there you go. You get to have that now. Honestly, it's been so awesome to help you. I really hope you enjoy your games. Yeah, you're just gonna have the best of times. Thanks so much for your custom. Yeah, okay then. Take care then. Cheerio.